This shirt is so dope. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but it's literally a sloth riding a turtle. I actually got this shirt in fan mail from one of you guys, and it happened to fit me perfectly, and it's literally my favorite shirt. Anyway, what's going on, guys? FaZe, Blaziken, or Lucas here, and as always, I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. I got a pretty interesting story to tell you guys today, and I didn't know like how to tell it, so I asked Twitter. I'll put the poll up on screen, but basically I asked if you guys wanted to see it as a Black Ops 2 commentary, MW2, or as just a regular vlog. A lot of you guys asked me to make this an MW2 video, and so that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I do a lot of those like little polls on Twitter, and I actually haven't made an MW2 video in a while, so it kind of works out. Anyway, you gotta hit the crane shot first. Ooh, that was actually close. One day, I'm gonna hit a crane shot. Hopefully. Probably not. Anyway, so for those of you guys that missed yesterday's video, it was a really dope vlog. Me, Nick, and Adapt, we actually went to the city, and we had a lot of fun in the city. And something actually happened yesterday when we were in New York that I didn't put in the vlog, but Adapt actually talked about it in his video yesterday. So we were in Central Park late last night. That's the huge, gigantic park in the middle of New York City, and we didn't know this, but it closes at 1 a.m. We were chilling there at like 12:45, so it was getting pretty close to 1 o'clock, and we were on this part of the park where you weren't allowed to be. We had to like hop a fence and get up on this big rock. It was like this big closed off area, and all of a sudden we're chilling on this rock. All of a sudden 2 cop cars just come rolling in from either side. They like drove into the park with their cars where like cars wouldn't usually be. I can't speak for like Nick and Adapt, but I was scared shitless. Like we weren't really doing anything wrong, I guess, but we were in a part of the park that you weren't allowed to be at, so I don't know if it was like trespassing or not, but it was really sketchy, and we dipped. We like ran. As soon as we saw the cops, we just like ran. We got the fuck out of there. And then once we got to the street, the cop like came around us, and he was like, yo, I just want to let you guys know that the park's gonna close in 15 minutes. So we weren't actually in any trouble. The cop was just letting us know that we can't be in the park once it closes. But so when we were being chased by cops last night, it gave me the craziest flashback to something that happened to me like almost exactly a year ago. It was a very similar situation, and I was very sketched out. So for those of you guys that don't know, I graduated from high school last year at the end of May, and this story is from the night of graduation, and I just want to say that I am not like a very good example in this story. What happened is me and another friend of mine who didn't go to my high school, he was one of my best friends in high school, but he wasn't at my high school, he was at a different one. Both of us had our high school graduation on the same day, like I said, though different schools. After mine was over, I drove over to his school to go hang out with him. His graduation was actually ending. After the graduation ceremony's over, I meet up with my friend, and we kind of just hang out for a little bit. By the way, this is at night. It's like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. We were still at my friend's school, but like everybody else was gone. Like the ceremony had been over hours ago. You know, all the parents and staff had already left hours ago, and it was just me, my friend, and his girlfriend at the time just kind of chilling at the school. We were kind of just chilling, thinking about things that we could do, and then my friend said that there's actually a way that we can get on top of his high school, like go on the roof of his school. I'd actually been on top of like my high school and a few other schools in the area, and it really like wasn't that big of a deal, and so I was like, yeah, let's do it, I'm down. His girlfriend actually wasn't down though, so she actually went home, and it was just me and my friend, and we made our way on top of the school, which was very sketchy and hard, by the way. You had to like climb up this place. It was not easy to get up on a school at all. So we were up on the roof just kind of walking around a little bit, and then after a little while, my friend goes to me and he says, yo, dude, since we graduated, you want to do something a little bit crazy? I've always wanted to do this. So I'm like, okay. And then by the way, my friend is a really good friend of mine. Like he's not an idiot. He's not actually a dumbass. We just kind of wanted to fuck around a little bit. You know, we graduated. There was no way that we could get expelled for doing some dumb shit because, you know, we had already graduated. Like, worst case scenario is they would call the cops on us, but most likely, you know, nothing would actually end up happening. But anyway, my friend says that there's a vent right above the gym that if you climbed like down into it, and it's like small enough so that you can hold onto the walls and like let yourself slowly slide down. If you climb into the vent, you can literally get inside of the school and pretty much go everywhere, because at night the school is completely locked off. You can't go in. Nobody's inside of the school, and like you can't get in without a key, except for if you go on the roof and you go through that vent. My friend had never done it before, but he like knew exactly where to go, so I was like, okay. I didn't really think much about it. Let's fucking do it. We walked over to the top of the gym, which was like the tallest building. We went down in through the vent, and it actually worked. We got into the without any problems. It was kind of weird. We were literally inside of my friend's high school, and we were like the only people in the entire school. It's huge, by the way. And you know, we were fucking pumped about that. We were taking snapshots, and we were shooting hoops. We were inside of the gym with the basketball court. We had everything to ourselves. It was really dope. So we started walking around a little bit through, you know, some of the hallways, going through past some of the classrooms, and we really did not think that there was anybody in the school, or at least I didn't think. My friend didn't think so. All of a sudden, we're like walking down one of these hallways, and like we walked past this door. It was a teacher's room or the teacher's lounge, whatever. And so we walked past it, and there's like a window right by the door. We walked past it, and there's a fucking teacher inside of the school, just like, I don't know, I don't even know what he was doing some work. And we like lock eyes with him. We make eye contact with him, and we're like, oh shit. We did not look like we were supposed to be there. We were wearing like sweatpants. We had backpacks on. We were wearing our hoods. We were just looking like straight like trespassing criminals. As soon as we make eye contact with him, we fucking turn around and bolt the other way. We got the fuck out of there, and the problem is none of the doors on the inside, you couldn't open any of them. They were all locked, and there was only one way to get out, which was up the vent back out to the top of the roof. So we're trying to hurry to get the fuck out of there because the teacher, he like tried to find us. We heard his voice. He was like screaming at us. We finally climb up to the vent, get to the top of the roof, and as soon as we're on the roof, we're like, all right, we're gonna make our way down. We're chilling, you know, he probably didn't see our faces. We're good to go. We were so wrong. Like 3 minutes later, it takes a while to get off the roof, by the way. A couple minutes later, we see like cop cars literally rolling up from the other side. We were almost down on the other side of the roof, but we saw cop cars coming. There were 3 of them. I am not gonna lie. When I saw those cop cars, I shit my pants. Like I said, I had that same sketchy, like scared feeling. I mean, I'm pretty sure that shit is like breaking and entering. Like that's what was going through my mind. Like, oh my god, I literally graduated tonight and I'm gonna fucking go to jail for breaking and entering. I was so scared. My friend wasn't as scared as I was, but we ended up making our way down off the roof and we saw the cops pull into the parking lot, get out of their car. Luckily, we didn't drive. We weren't driving a car because my friend lives really close to the school, and all we did was we bolted into the woods and then we ran through the woods and we got onto the street. We just walked over to his house and we got away scot-free. We didn't get into any trouble whatsoever. I don't know if we would have gotten in trouble. We might have been able to like finesse our way out of that, but it was definitely a little bit of a scary situation. It just really reminded me of what happened last night. Or no, last night really reminded me of that. That literally happened like almost a year ago. It's like, it's May 18th right now. Yeah, it's happened to me end of May. Crazy stuff, man. But yeah, guys, that wraps up this video for me today. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to smash that like button. I haven't actually told a story in a very long time. And, I know some of you guys have heard this story before, but for those of you guys, I do apologize, but I did tell it in, like, a lot more detail this time. But anyway, regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great day. Always remember to stay slothy, and that's been it. Peace.